Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's home. And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll go again with Hall. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out. They face 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On the give, it's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Ball. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Why the fuck do we keep doing
He'll
that?
drop to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. First and 10. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. The motion man is Nakua. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail.
Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. That is down the field and caught. Get into the end zone. What a call. The fake works to perfection. 4-6. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Going up top. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, it's Hall running right.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. Good blocking to the 15. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. One quarter in the books. The Rams out to the early lead. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. He is in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Moody's extra point is good. And the Cowboys will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They send the tight end in motion. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. And never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Back to throw. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll come up here, first and 10. A run here with Hall, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll try again here, second and 10. They'll run. This is Hall. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. Here now, third and 5. He'll get this out wide. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Moody now for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Handoff here, up the middle. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. Here's a run going left. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Now a give up the middle. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. They need 8 as they come up for third down. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a 1st.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he's going to take this one all the way. 84 yards. Touchdown, Dallas.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the 1st half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll start at the 4. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now faking the give. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is third and 10. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. We'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Tight end on the move left. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Throwing right, it's taken in. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Rams 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
Third and long. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They got 14 there, didn't get it by much, but they do pick up the 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Hall. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And that will hit and go out of bounds just on the other side of midfield. Now a handoff running right. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Damone Clark there to get him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 9. Tight end going in motion here. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. They'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is hot. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hall from the pistol. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. That is brought in. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
At the Cowboys 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the air now on 1st and 10. We try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. He'll go left side here and complete this one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
On the give, it's Hall. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense had a decision to make. Was it more important to keep the clock rolling or maintain possession? They take a little bit of a conservative approach there, keeping the ball on the ground. Now brings up 4th down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
So here it is, fourth down and 10. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Reese Hall, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll throw here on third and short. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, L.A. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
Big spot for the Rams as they'll try to add a 2-point conversion now.
The Rams now line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he'll get into the end zone, And get this one a couple of points closer.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
With one timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the run, here's Hall. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Another run here with Hall.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They will run it over center with Hall. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the carry.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This is caught at the 2. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
On is Moody to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there, and we're likely down to a final snap.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
He's going to try it here again. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time.